thing I would say is, I'm kind of old school when I use this term, but UPV. So, and I think it's been renamed somehow, but I call it unique position of value, UPV. And so this matters when it comes to your online presence, right? What is your unique position of value? So if you look at, Amanda Lettmann, what does she care about? Who is she? And does that immediately strike you when you look for my online presence or you hear me speak? The things that matter to me should become very apparent to you. Amanda cares about digital transformation and high tech. She loves novel technologies and next gen technologies. And she wakes up and eats that for breakfast. She likes women in tech and veterans in tech. She's a heart surgery survivor. So she supports all sorts of nonprofits that do amazing things with hearts. That's who I am, in a nutshell, but I can't be all things to all people either. I can't do all of that and these 55,000 other things. So when you think about your unique position of value, your story online, if you will, and the way that you speak about yourself, it has to be pretty succinct. I would say choose 3 things that you really, really love and are passionate about and, that define you and who you are or who you want to be, and make sure those are just front and center. In your profile, the way you speak to people, your elevator pitch. If I've refined this and helped people with this a lot. What are those 2 sentences you say if all you have is that 1 minute to say who you are? Be crystal clear. And a lot of that is your own, going back to the woo-woo, you got to get crystal clear on your own. What is that for you? Who do you want that to be? Who do you want to show up as? So that's where I would start, David.
That's a great point. And I hadn't heard that term before, unique position of value, but I'm going to file that one away. I always called it a brand, but to your point, it really comes down to practice. Like once you decide whatever your unique position of value is, what characteristics, personal and professional, that add value to an employer that you can position to get that job, you've got to practice it over and over and over again so it becomes second nature. And I also wanted to point out something else you said, which I really appreciated. So obviously, as we come from our previous careers and we're transitioning, we're pivoting into a new career, you have that one set of skills, right? But just because it may not be in the current industry, you can absolutely spin those skills and relate them to a wide variety of different positions and make them relatable and relevant. But again, that takes practice. You have to sit down and think about it. Okay, if I'm coming from, maybe education background and I want to be a system administrator, what qualities, what characteristics that I use in my position as a teacher that I can carry forward into being an administrator. And obviously the one that jumps out the most is, well, you're a teacher, you can teach people how to use the platform. So whatever your job was, to your point, you can spin those skills and relate it to the next job. So that's really powerful. I appreciate that.